Okay, well, hello everybody. Thank you very much for coming out to our first Momentum Tuesday of 2026. And before we get into anything, I'm going to introduce our wonderful guest speaker today, Jennie Wright. But I saw that she put into the chat to share your LinkedIn handle or your Instagram account. And I'm just going to go over a couple, maybe one or two things. So this week, so last week there was a call to action for the group to share one of their favorite posts that they shared for their business for January. And in that, I was giving a review and how it can align with the new LinkedIn algorithm called 360 Brew. So yesterday I did share a post. You'll see a recording. I'm wearing a red sweater in it, and I gave some feedback. So, those who I gave feedback to, it was Jody and it was Michelle. The video does say like 10 minutes, but it was about like 3 minutes each, 3 minutes. And then there was just a bit of an intro. So just wanted to let you know, but you'll get a lot of great tips in there. And as we are sharing, as we move forward and talk about how we're going to be showing up on LinkedIn, we're going to be making sure that everything is aligning with the algorithm so that the platform categorizes us correctly and we are showing up in front of our target audience. And something that I'll be dropping into the group this week is like a quick tip that you can use 360 Brew to do a check on your LinkedIn profile as well. So I am going to move into our guest speaker, and our speaker today is Jennie Wright. And half an hour before this call, and I maybe what I'll do is in a bit, I'm going to see if I can grab the PDF for Jennie. I don't know if you have access
Yeah,
to
I've got it.
it. Okay, awesome. Half an hour before the call, I did email a PDF from Jennie. So if you haven't seen it yet, it has been emailed to you and you can take a look at it later. This recording will be available later, and we are going to move into it, and then there will be time for questions. So let me do my introduction. Jennie, thank you so much for being here. I have worked with Jennie when I have wanted to put together an online conference. And actually, I saw her, I was involved in a summit. And then I knew that Jennie was helping or putting, like, she was putting together the summit with the individual. The person's name is Samantha King. And I reached out to Jennie and I said, Jennie, please tell me more about what it is that you do. And then I hired her myself, and she's just amazing. She just made me feel very much like everything was a-okay. And she asked all the right questions. And I'm like, let me reach out to Jennie to be our speaker today. So I'm going to just read a short bio. Jennie Wright is a conversion-focused strategist and fractional CMO who helps established businesses turn visibility into revenue. She works with founders who are done guessing and ready for marketing that actually performs. Known for her clarity-first approach, Jennie builds lead generation and messaging systems that convert attention into clients without noise, without hype, without burnout. Her work blends strategy, execution, and sharp decision making so growth becomes repeatable, not exhausting. All the right words. Jennie, I'm going to let you take over. Let me just give you access. And I will ask if everyone can just mute, and then I will let you take over, Jennie. Thank you so much.
Yeah, absolutely. I actually know a couple of people here. Lisa, you and I are connected on LinkedIn already, which is cool. So nice to see you. Um, Gucci, you have the best, what do you call it? Instagram. I love your photo shoots. My gosh. You should have been, if you weren't, you should have modeled, for sure. Looks amazing. I've got Elaine, I've got your website open. Very cool for Pinterest. Amazing. And I've sent connection requests to some of you. If you've put your stuff in here, I've sent you connection requests. So, anybody here have a lead magnet? Everybody's got a lead magnet. Perfect. So here's a little bit about me, just so you know. And this is very interactive. So throw stuff in the chat. We can chat. I want to make sure that you walk away with actually something very useful. So I'm not going to be talking at you. I'm going to be talking with you. And perfect, Lisa. If you're going to work on refreshing yours, we're literally going to do this together. So I'm a list building generation expert. I'm a fractional CMO. I started this business in 2012. So way before, you know, a lot of people had to start working from home during the pandemic. And so I was quite used to being at home and sequestering myself during all that time. So it didn't really cause me too much trouble. But what I found is that building up this business, that lead generation is always a conundrum for people. And we try and create lead magnets, and tell me if this is true, hands up or in the comments, yes, or whatever you want to say, that you try and make one lead magnet that serves everybody, hoping that it'll pull all your people in, right? And the issue that happens with that is not everybody in your niche has the exact same problem. So, with Elaine as an example, right? Not everybody on Pinterest is going to have the exact same issue or question or desire to use it in the exact same way as they would from somebody else, right? Somebody wants to use it just for, building their business, and somebody else just wants to do a Pinterest board for their garden. Like, there's all the things. And what I find is, when we create a lead magnet that is specific to the niche audience that you have a product or service for, and we work our way backwards, we have better results. And so that's what we're going to do today. And if you have a lead magnet, you're still going to find this very useful, because I guarantee you're going to take a look at that lead magnet and be like, I might need to tweak this, or now I have a brand new idea for something brand spanking new that I want to make happen. So, Sarah, I don't think I have any real lead magnets. I started listening to your podcast. Yay. Thank you. Well, that's awesome. I actually took a break from the podcast for the past couple of months, and I'm restarting it in February. And it's going to be a totally new beast. Instead of just regular interviews, it's going to be more story based and sort of like entrepreneurial journey. So, Dee, I'm going to have you back. We're going to have to do that. Yeah. So, we're going to have fun. So, does everybody get the PDF? Everybody had the link, everybody's got it. Perfect. So, I'm just going to be kind of talking to it and not through it. That's sort of my preference. And I'm going to keep my eyes on all of you. And I think that's a better way to go. So we're going to do it that way. That way I can make sure that I can support the questions that you might have and the things that you might want to be asking. So any questions about lead magnets or anything before I kind of get going? Good? Perfect. All right. So when we look at creating a brand new lead magnet or even refreshing the ones that you have, this is the process that I normally go through. And I'm always working backwards from the end goal in mind. So if you're a coach and you want to get people into your coaching program and it's a high-end coaching program, your lead magnet should at some point reflect that. And all lead magnets are different, and I'm going to break that down a little bit as well, right? So you have different types of lead magnets. You have the lead magnets that are meant for people to just browse on their computer screen. You have the lead magnet that's going to get people to listen. Maybe it's a private podcast. You have the lead magnet that is the first lead magnet I ever made back in 2012 was a 3-part video series. That was the rage back then. And it was like, break your lead magnet into 3 different videos and like how to do this in each video. Those still exist, but when we break the lead magnets down, we have the ones that get you the onesies and twosies. We have the lead magnets that get you a dozen or more people at any given time. And then you have the lead magnet that has the possibility of giving you 100 to 200 new leads on a regular basis. And can you start with the onesies and twosies and then go straight to the 200s? Yes, you can. Can you like work your way backwards? Absolutely. The goal is that we keep everybody in our ecosystem. We don't want people leaking out. And so the best lead magnets I can recommend that you create are where people are leaking out of your ecosystem and you're overcoming the barriers to entry to working with you. So if you're a high-end coach and you're selling a $30,000 or $40,000 program, the barrier to entry is going to be value, time, and money, right? Do I have the time to do this 1 year program? Do I have 30 grand to drop on this right now? If I drop 30 grand, am I going to get the value? The biggest problem that's coming out of that program is a thing that I want you to solve a micro problem in your lead magnet, whatever that is. And that's going to be the thing that's going to help propel. What we don't want to do in a lead magnet is we don't want to have a 25-page or a 90-page ebook that solves everything. We're going to solve one thing and we're going to do it really, really well. And then we're going to position ourselves to sell from our lead magnet in a non-salesy way. And that can be to like a $9 product, a $99 audit, a free call, a $250 course, whatever that is. But you have to determine how people are going to come in. So again, if you have more than one lead magnet for more than one audience, because again, people use every product in a different way, the lead magnet's going to be different. Who here has a downloadable PDF as a lead magnet? How many leads are you getting currently on a monthly basis with that PDF? Just pop it in the chat. Getting 1 to 2, getting 2 to 10, getting 50, what are you kind of averaging on a monthly basis? And how are you sharing it? Is it in your LinkedIn bio? Is it in your Instagram link tree? Where is it coming from? So Elaine's getting about 5 to 10. Is that on organic? Yeah? Perfect. So, and this is all organic. We're going to talk about organic. If you guys want to do paid, there's lots of people who talk about paid. I like to talk about organic because I think you get better leads. And I also think you get a better potential client from it than just paid. Now, if you get to the point where you have a good size audience and you're able to invest money in paid, I love paid, but you need to have that built audience ahead of time so that you're paying less over time with your leads. Lisa's is not currently out there. Yeah. So that's definitely, let's change that. I'd love to have your lead magnet up and in play like in a week or two. That would be great. So the reason why most of our lead magnets fail is because they were never designed to lead anywhere. How many of you have a lead magnet that has just one email after people register for it? How many people have 2 or 3 emails after you register for it? Perfect. How many people have more emails after you register for it? And how about a call to action? Do you have a call to action to book a call, buy a product? Okay. So it doesn't sound like we have a totally strong CTA afterwards. Is that accurate? Okay. Yeah, definitely. And I'm going to get you guys thinking, honestly, you guys are going to be taking notes. And thinking like, oh crap, I got to look at my stuff. And apologies if everybody's okay with me saying guys as a generalization. If that's a problem or if that is an issue at all, please let me know. I can say folks, I can say ladies, I can, whatever is makes you guys feel comfortable, let me know. I tend to just drop into guys for some reason. All right, moving on. So basically, I'm on page 3 right now of this PDF. And what I'm looking at is I'm trying to make sure that we're attracting the right people. And again, I'm breaking people into subgroups. And I want you to think about for just a second and then put it in the chat. Who are your potential subgroups? So if your whole business is based on attracting leads for coaching, who are the subgroups within that coaching? Who are the subgroups within Pinterest? Who are the subgroups within, like Lisa, championing women's voices? Who's the subject within your small groups? Put 3 in the chat and just let me know what those are. And tell me who that is. Like, as an example, Dee. So Dee obviously talks about LinkedIn, but not everybody is going to be at the same level. She's going to have a subgroup that wants profile support. She's going to have a group that wants DMs, like how do I sell from the DMs, etc. Right? Sylvia, suppliers, buyers, and consultants. Perfect. Do you have a lead magnet for each one?
No, I don't have any.
Okay.
So now you're making me think I need to get some into work.
So
just great because I do need that. Yeah.
Perfect. So when you think of suppliers, buyers, and consultants, which one is the group that is easiest for you to convert?
Consultants.
Okay. So start there. Start there. That is probably your easiest ecosystem to play in. And that's going to be the one where you're going to want to connect with first. That's going to be the one that's probably going to be easiest because you probably know exactly how to speak to them a little bit more potentially. Elaine has leads for services, bloggers, brand, e-commerce. Geez, Louise, businesses, people who want marketing, it keeps it working. DIYers, yeah. DIYers are not going to be your people, probably. They're just, yeah. Laura Jean, business owners at different stages, starting, growing, and stuck. Oof. Laura Jean, do you have a lead magnet for stuck people? Because if you don't, that's where I would really, really go for in 2026 is the stuck. That's going to be probably your biggest bang for your buck, and that's probably where you can get your most social growth from something like that. I use my free meetings as a lead magnet, not a PDF. Okay. Gucci, buyers, coaches, healers, mentors, midlife women looking to get unstuck. Again, also huge group. Also the whole we don't give a crap anymore group, right? Like we're at that age. That's also a really big thing to play in. I see it on your Instagram already as well. Like you're playing into that as well. So I think you're doing a fab job there. Dee, I'd love to know what types of lead magnets produce or a product base of venue. Wait, lead magnet. Hold on. Let me reread. I'd love to know what types of lead magnet a product base or venue business would have. Signage, business cards. Okay. So product-based business or venue business. I do a lot of I do a lot of event planning on the side. So I plan 1,500, 3,000 people events in the States in my downtime. So I know these spaces, and I know, and my partner actually worked in signage, so that's funny. When you're looking to do a lead magnet like that, it's going to be about solving the distinct problem that those people have. So with signage, is how do you stand out? How do you stand out in a crowd? How do you stand out from everybody else that has, similar signage? How are you going to really make your mark? What does that look like? And also what's going to be the biggest bang for your buck, right? So explain to people. The majority of people with signage are like, do I need to have all the bells and whistles, or can I have something simple? Explain the value, sort of the value prop as to why this would make sense for them. Do not have them now. Perfect. I need a lead magnet or business owner. Okay. Need a lead magnet for business owners and leaders that need in-person meeting space in the greater Hamilton area. Ooh, love that. That one is definitely playing on because Hamilton, you could do something for spring because we've all been stuck with all this snow. We're in our houses. It's cold. It's dreary. You could do something about creating a fresh new space for your business, and having a spot where you can, plan those meetings, get away from doing meetings at your kitchen counter, having that dedicated space for concentration, meeting other people, because a lot of these meeting spaces have meetups and different sort of social events. One of my friends has one, and every 2 weeks they have like a wine tasting thing, and they all kind of get together. So something like that would be good. Basically, you want to get people into your email list. And when you're looking at an in-person product-based business like that, you could also offer discounts, right? So enter your name and email to hear about our special events coming up in our meeting space, and also our special promotions on our meeting spaces for spring. Have an in-person event you want to host it at our meeting space for, use the code XYZ to get 20% off between Valentine's and something else, right? So those types of things. Sorry, I have allergies. I apologize. Okay, I love these questions, guys. This is amazing. I love this kind of work because then I can go right off PDF and just like help people, which is preferable. All right, I'm going to take you guys to page 4 on this PDF, okay? We're going to try and go through this part because this is the important part, and then I'll get back to helping individually, which I love. So when we're looking at the paid path and we're working backwards from the option of what we actually have people buy in our businesses and how we create a lead magnet, we're looking for 4 things. Who is a lead magnet for? So which distinct audience, right? So remember those distinct 3 audiences I was having you talk about? Break that down into this PDF. Who are your distinct audiences? And you can have ideas for 3. I would recommend that you don't try and make 12 lead magnets. 3 is absolutely enough for now. You can do a 4th or a 5th at some point, but 3 is perfect for now. What problem does it solve? So these are those little micro problems that we were talking about. So, if I look back at, let me see, I'm going to go back to Elaine. So if you're looking for bloggers, e-commerce, and people who want marketing that keeps working, those are three distinct audiences. And so for bloggers, how do you can always start with a question: how do you use Pinterest to accomplish, to do X with Y with less whatever? Or enter your name and email. And I always start this with enter your name and email. It's how my brain thinks. Enter your name and email, and I'll send you my 6 templates that helped me grow my blah 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 business to XYZ. People love that. Like results. It's anchored in results, right? People love that. So get my exact system that helped me go from 0 to 1,000, blah blah blah. Okay. So you either start with a question or you can start with like a results based anchor. Okay. So what is the problem that it solves? And always term it from their side, right? So it's either you as the influencer, how I did this, you can do the exact thing, let me show you how. Or are you stuck in XYZ and ABC? Let me give you the exact system that my clients use in order to achieve 1, 2, 3. Okay. What is the belief that it builds, right? So it's not just enter your name and email and I'll send you 6 templates and 2 training videos. That's not the value or the belief that it builds. It's enter your name and email and I'm going to show you how to get unstuck. I'm going to show you how to reduce your stress. I'm going to show you how to not give a bleepity bleep. I'm going to show you how to live your best life. And then what is the paid step that it leads to? Now, this is the fun part. You may not have the paid step that this leads to. You may just be discovering when we do this process, you're like, oh crap, I really need to have a consulting opportunity, or I really need to have an audit. Like, I might need to have a Pinterest audit. Let me audit your Pinterest for $99. I need to audit your XYZ. The paid step, if you already have it, these should all mesh. And if they don't, then you're looking at potentially creating something new. Maybe not, but this is kind of like that discovery. Does that all make sense? Is this helpful so far? Perfect. Laura Jean, I've been thinking about talking specifically to the people who are stuck here. They have managed to build revenue and maybe making a living, but they can't build their small business into a company. It's a tricky place because what got them to this place doesn't take them further. Oh, okay. So sorry, the link, and we'll put the PDF in chat for you. Don't you worry. I'll get you. That makes a ton of sense, what you're saying. Let me get that link for you. And the Google review thing, sorry, that was just what was in my copy pasty. That should take care of it. Please let me know if that works for you. So Laura Jean, when you're looking at yours, what product do you have that would solve that problem? And then what lead magnet can we create that connects to that problem to solve, which you can then charge people? All right, let's go to page 5. Now, if we're taking page 4, and this is like all of the different things, page 5 is where we're going to actually create one lead magnet. We're not going to create 6. We're just going to do the one. So fill this in and be bluntly honest. Who is this for? Who is this for? This is for somebody who already has this, but does not have this. So they have this, but they want something else. What is that? Right? They're stuck. Why? Why are they stuck? Is it up here? Is it in their head? Is it in their bank? Is it because they don't have the right tech stack? Is it because they don't understand AI? Is it because they're confused? Or maybe they don't even know what you do. This is the biggest thing that a lot of people struggle with is, how do I explain what I do? Because what I do is so different from what everybody else does, or what I do is so niched in that people don't even know they need it. Right? So how does that fit in? And then what are they not? I love doing the knots. And by the way, you're going to be able to write your landing page copy for your lead magnet based on the copy that you put in here. So you can copy paste this into AI, and that will help you build out your landing page copy. So literally copy paste it from this and tell your AI, if you use AI or if you want to write it yourself, build me a landing page that is meant to convert people from A to B. This is what they have, this is what they want, this is what they're stuck with, and this is what this is what I'm trying to get them to, and then you can build the page up. And then if you go on page 6, the specific problem that you are solving is, what is it? What is the specific? And you have to sometimes, if you're like me, and you can be a bit verbose, you have to write this down and then whittle it down a bit more, because sometimes you're like, it's everything. And it's not. It's literally the one thing. It is the specific problem you are solving to get to that paid option. Is you're helping people improve their LinkedIn bio or LinkedIn profile. And honestly, not even that is niched in enough, right? So helping people improve their LinkedIn bio is not even niched enough. Helping people connect with their ideal clients from your LinkedIn bio, that's a bit better. Going a step further, connecting, like this is where the language matters. Connecting with your ideal prospective client in order to get them to, see that they need your program, product, or service using your LinkedIn bio, right? We're getting like really distinct. And that's how deep I kind of want you to go, right? If you do general, your lead magnet's general. If you go specific, your lead magnet will be specific. What is the cost of staying stuck? Right? So like Gucci, what happens when the people that you work with don't grow, don't change, don't evolve? Right? What happens if the people that, Sarah works with don't change, don't evolve, don't grow, right? What happens? What are the physical things that happen? And then what are the mental or emotional manifestations that come from it? Right? Does your confidence wane? Does your stress level go up, which means that you're not going to be as good of a human being to the rest of the world? Does it mean you have less time for family or your own personal pursuits? What happens when you no longer are able to do the thing you want to do because you're stuck? And then what win do people want? What could you give them with your lead magnet? What is the one thing that would just be like, oh, if you could do this, like Sylvia, if you could just do this one thing for me, it would mean the world in my space. What is that one thing? And if that one thing ends up being 3 things, then you've got 3 different lead magnets. Any questions about that one? And then Jody, okay. Can you speak to how we can create a high quality lead magnet? Yes, I can. I recently was recommended a lead magnet that was customized human design report for business owners that was paired with a chatbot, helping business owners customize their approach based on their human design. I thought it was such a great example of high quality. Yes, absolutely. I've had my human design done. It was really, really cool. That is high quality. So I'm going to tell you a story, and this will illustrate what I'm talking about. A client hired me about 6 years ago to elevate and make their lead magnet better. And I said, send me what you have, and I'm going to take a look at it, and then I'm going to recommend changes. They sent me a 3-page PDF. Each page of the PDF had exactly 4 sentences. That was it. There was no quantity or quality to what was on there. There was no visual quality to it as well. There was no call to action. There was no nothing. So quality lead magnets are going to differ based on everybody's audience, based on that particular audience's needs, and also the perception that you want to create. So quality for somebody, and I'm going to use Dee in this space because I know this space just a little bit, not nearly as much as her, who is the expert. So a quality lead magnet would be a custom, as an example, custom GPT that you sign up for, that Dee has trained, that will help you create the best possible LinkedIn profile, or will give you the best possible DM strategy based on the copy paste bio of other people's LinkedIn profiles, as an example, right? That would provide quality because what it's doing is it solves the problem of I don't have time to do this, and this solves it at a high level. So Dee would say, I've invested 5 hours in training this chatbot with all of my IP that I've accumulated over 15 years, and it will help you to do this, this, and this. That would be quality to me. I don't have time to do that. So quality is going to be dependent, right? What often happens with lead magnets that you want to create for quality is that you tend to overstuff them. You tend to put too much into them. You tend to put too many things in them. And a very distracted mind will do nothing. And so the thinking here, and again, the quality piece is going to be very dependent on your audience. And so what I would love for you to do is you could put into chat right now what you think is a quality lead magnet that you could produce. And then I could probably comment more on that and tell you if I think it is, or support you with other ideas if you share that. That might be an easier prospect because the answer is quite large. If you go to page 7 in this PDF, this is where we want to create a very obvious and distinct outcome with your lead magnet. And so this actually kind of does play into the quality piece that you were talking about, Jody, is before they actually participate in your lead magnet, consume it, enjoy it, whatever they do. And this is the goal. You do not want them to put their name and email in a box on a page and then just get whatever it is and leave it on their desktop or never use it. And I will tell you that a drastically large amount of people do that, and you want to overcome that. And this is where I'll talk about the follow-up after a lead magnet is delivered so that you can overcome that. So before they consume it, where are they at? What do they believe? How do they feel? What do they do? Right? This is playing into that stuck piece, but it goes a little bit deeper. After they've used your lead magnet, what do you want them to feel? I want them to feel seen, heard, understood. I want them to feel like they have inspiration or hope and, inspired. I want them to feel energized and encouraged. I want them to feel safe and relaxed. My lead magnets make people feel safe and calm and don't worry, I got you, right? Because lead generation feels incredibly big and incredibly challenging sometimes. And I like people to understand that we're going to take it a bite at a time, a little bit every day, and then we're going to get there, right? It makes people feel calm. The big events that I create, I create big online summits with 5,000 attendees, or in-person events with 3,000 attendees. That can feel really overwhelming to people when they start building one out. But I'm like, okay, it's just today we're going to tackle one thing. Tomorrow we're going to tackle the next. At the end, you're going to have a 3,000 person event. Congratulations, and that makes them feel a little bit calmer. You're trying to do the same thing. Gucci, I want coaches to buy my product. So I think 52 social media prompts would be high quality lead magnet because it will open a new avenue in their biz model. Got it. Does 52 social media prompts feel high quality to everybody? Maybe. Could you, in addition to the social media prompts, now is this social media AI or social media for people to actually write their own posts, or right? So what you could do is you could add without overwhelming and say 52 social media prompts and a custom GPT that you can ask questions to that acts just like me, and you can call it Gucci, right? You can, or like Gucci, Gucci too. I don't know. But basically, you could say, do you want to connect with me anytime you want and ask me questions? Well, I've got this absolutely amazingly trained AI that will answer questions just if it was me. Something like that. That would add to it as well. All right, go to page 8, guys. So this is the paid bridge. This is the part where we take people from just our lead magnet to getting us paid, right? And this is again, if you have a lead magnet where it's enter your name and email and get my thing, and then there's no follow up, you're losing on that spot. We need to have automations. And this, I'll talk about this in a little bit. So, and this time is going really fast, by the way, Dee. Holy crap, but we're getting there. Okay. So paid bridge, the paid offer that you're going to lead them into is what? The belief that they need to have before buying. So this is the overcoming objections. So they need to be in that spot and okay. Oh, good. Yes, we are doing okay. The belief they need to have before buying is I can do this. I have the ability. So people, like a lot of our businesses deal with people who are currently stuck for whatever purpose. To get them unstuck, you have to overcome their belief system, right? I don't have time. I'm not good enough. This is too hard for me. I'll never be able to do this. There's so many other people who are good at this. I'm not that person, right? So the belief they need to have before buying is I can do this. This is totally good. It's not as hard as I thought it would be. I totally feel that, you know, Jody's going to be the person to teach me because she knows all the things, right? So she's the expert. This is where I want you to look at, and this is my secret sauce. I put FAQs on my lead magnets. I put FAQs on my lead magnets. Not all the time, but almost all the time. I answer the questions that I need people to overcome in their own heads in my FAQ. How long is it going to take me to go through your course, Sylvia, your free course? This free course is going to take you 25 minutes of like focused time, but it's going to deliver this, in the long run, right? What if I don't think I can use the software? The software is ABC 1 2 3 simple. All you have, you're going to like our training videos will show you how to, right? Overcome the objections that people are having in their heads before they even get to the thing. Okay? The paid offer is going to deliver on the beliefs, the opportunities, the feelings by doing what? Right? How is the paid offer going to solve the problem? And not the problem of teach you how to fix problem, like teach you how to, bake better bread. It's going to help you. It's going to help you connect to your, the relationship you had with your grandmother when you were a kid because she taught you how to bake bread when you were like 6 years old, which is my past. It's going to give you that feeling of nostalgia. It's going to make you feel understood. It's going to help you feel like you're with a community. That's a big one, by the way. When this is clear, selling doesn't feel heavy anymore. It feels easy, feels light, feels it actually is almost like self-fulfilling, which I think is great. I love that. I hate selling, but I'm really good at it because I actually don't sell. I get everybody else that I'm talking to tell me exactly what the issues that they're having are. And then I'm like, oh, wow, that seems difficult. I have something that might be able to help with that. Can I tell you about it? And the person usually says yes. I have them think and understand that what I could show them might be able to help. And then the person says, well, how do I buy it? I barely ever say, please give me your credit card number and your information. I just say, if that's something that would work for you, I'm happy to explain it more. That kind of thing, right? What do you think of a career coaching GPT to help people with their career decisions? I freaking love that idea. My client told me when they were in between sessions, they use GPT as their career coach. I use a GPT for I've used my GPT to help me solve financial problems. I think it would be an amazing thing to use as a career coach, especially with people who are contract or between positions. There's a lot of lack of confidence, especially if time goes on between one position and the next. You kind of feel right. I was in gold mining in downtown Toronto, and I was kind of like positioned out. Right. So they gave me a package because my job became quite redundant really quickly because we took on another company and there was somebody else in my role. They gave me a package and I had like 6 months of runway. 2.5 of those months, I was like, am I good enough to do anything else? Am I going to be okay? Like, did I get let go even though I know I wasn't let go for any cause or any reason? Was I let go? Like, you overthink it. And if you have a GPT that you can probably have those conversations with, and that GPT is engaging and understanding and things, it can help people to that next step. I think that would be high quality as long as it's trained to say, I can help you to a certain point, but you really should talk to Jody. Jody is, the coach that you should talk to when you're creating new steps, right? And so you should definitely have that opportunity built in. Make sure that you're not letting people leak out of your ecosystem because of the thing that you provided. All right. What format is going to work? Everybody's format's going to be different. Are you going to make a email series? Are you going to have a PDF? Are you going to have a checklist? Are you going to have templates? Are you going to have a GPT? Are you going to have what? And I'll tell you now that if you choose one of these things and as you're building it, it doesn't feel appropriate or right, you can change it. If you build a lead magnet and you don't think it's successful as a template and it needed to be a checklist, change it. What I do recommend is that you don't keep creating lead magnets just because you think one of them failed. You have to try it out for a time. You have to put some effort behind it and make sure that it's actually something that people want or don't want. And I always tell you that, or I will always tell you with lead generation, that you have to leave your ego at the door. Like my ego's back in the bedroom because I work from home, and it's back over there because when I get in the office, nothing is going to, I'm not impervious, but I will say that I try and be as impervious as possible because I know it's not about me, right? It's about what I'm creating. And maybe that just didn't hit right. So what do I need to change in order for it to hit right? What do I need to change in order for it to connect with people? And what do I need to change about it so that it takes people to the next level? I'll give you an example. A client hired me 2 years ago to build this massive, massive funnel. I'm talking like 15 pages in a funnel with multiple automations, multiple emails, multiple calls to action. And we were tracking the traffic. Landing page, we had about a 50% conversion rate. So landed on the page, 50% of all traffic entered their name and email to receive the next step, which was to book a call. 4% of the people who landed on that page converted, meaning the landing page was really, really good, but the call to action was not what people wanted. It was probably too early to ask them for a call. It was too much of a step. Instead of saying, let's meet for coffee, it was like, let's go book a hotel room. It was too much for these people. Okay. It was way too quick. So you got to like back it off. You got to go, okay, enter your name and email and I'll send you my thing. And then on the confirmation page, it's, hey, you know what? I think you might like this too. Let me give you this. And then in your email series, you can connect with those people to, try and book a call. I'll tell you right now that email deliverability, if your first email to people has a book a call link, it will more than likely go to spam more often than not. So spam filters look for links that go externally and like book a call, buy the thing. And so your first email to people, if you're not delivering your PDF, which you can, 100%. And if you're using a product like GHL or something, if you load it natively into the app, that's better. But the first email should not sell anything. The first email should just be delivering and going, this is how I'm going to connect with you. This is how I'm going to help you. Right. So Lisa, thank you so much for entering your email to get this thing. Here's how I'm going to help. For the next 5 days, I'm going to send you an email every day. It's literally going to be 4 sentences. I'm going to try and help you through what I know is the problem that you're having. At the end of the 5 days, here's what you should have been able to achieve, or here's where I think you should be. And then I have something else I think I might help you. So look forward to it. Right. And I kind of set the expectation of what's going to happen. And then I kind of go from there. GHL is Go High Level, by the way. Go High Level is an all-in-one software that you can do automations, email, landing pages, funnels, payments, contracts, book a call, links. When I moved my business from GHL, it's $97 a month USD, and I was able to get rid of $450 a month USD in services and replace it with that one thing. So if you don't know what it is, it's cool. You can check it out. All right, so let's go to page 10, and we're going to talk about hook and landing page copy. Once you've used this PDF and you've been able to fill it in, or I actually don't fill in PDFs, I do this work in a Google Sheet. It's just easier for me. And so once you've done everything and you've got all the copy that you want in, like from all the different sections in this PDF, into a Google Sheet or wherever you're writing. Now we're going to create your hook and landing page copy. Okay. So I said, when we do this, you're not walking away with nothing. You're going to walk away with something. So your hook has to engage people, but it doesn't have to be clever. Some people try and be super clever, and a lot of people notice the cleverness, but they don't find it amusing, if that makes sense, right? It just needs to be clear and concise. It needs to have a bold promise and then be able to back it up and deliver on it. So you can use this structure as a starting point. If your audience, or if your insert audience name, if you are a new mom and you're tired of not getting enough sleep, this will help you get 2 extra hours of sleep a night without blah, blah, blah. Or you can answer the question, or you can say, when you enter your name and email, I'll immediately give you the system that helped me add 1,000 more leads to my business without spending money on ads or hiring a copywriter, as an example. Now you can fill in the next section, which is you can create your lead magnet name. And again, always start with your end goal in mind. So as an example, right, the name of the workbook you're working in is called the Paid Path Playbook, because I like alliteration. Alliteration works. The product that I have off the back end of this for everybody, not for you guys, because I'm not selling you anything, is a paid path audit. So I actually audit people's lead magnets, right? And so the two names are very similar so that they feel smooth and connected. If your end product has a name that doesn't match or feel aligned with your lead magnet, you cause whiplash. And whiplash causes people to look away, right? Because it doesn't feel it doesn't feel engaged and smooth and on the same path. It feels like you've just asked people to get off the off ramp onto a different road. Okay. And then 3 bullets of what they get. What do they get from it? And this is not, 52 templates and a checklist. It's peace of mind. It's, becoming an expert in this skill. It's having a career coach at the ready to talk to when you're feeling stressed out, right? And then here's another thing you can put on your page. So FAQ, here's another thing I love to do. At the bottom of the page, I can say, if you don't think this lead magnet is going to solve your XYZ problem, I have a special community that will do just that. If you want to jump the line or just like move past fixing this problem and get to the real meat of the issue, whatever that is, my $19 a month XYZ community can do just that. Click here if you want to check that out. And then I just send them right to a sales page, because some people don't even want the lead magnet. They're just trying to like suss you out and see if you're the right person they want to work with. And so sometimes just even having that can take people to the next level. So imagine there's like 6 or 7 different types of people at some point who are going to look at your lead magnet. The people who are trying to figure you out, the people who have no idea who you are but found it, the people who are, want to solve the problem but don't want anything to do with you, and the people who like wanted to hire you but just want to see if you're like their person. And so I sprinkle a little bit of everything into the landing page for those people, just so everybody has something. Okay?
3-ish minutes, Jenny. So we can get some questions in, just in
I
case.
need like 65 more minutes. Okay. No problem. We're almost there. I have literally one more page, and it's page 11. So this is the follow-up. This is the end. We're not building just a funnel. We're creating the path. The path should feel aligned. It should feel smooth. It's like, when you go up somebody's stairs and one stair tread is like off, so you trip. It should not feel like that. It should feel smooth, right? It should be natural. You shouldn't even have to look at the steps. It just feels really good. So opt-in, delivery, nurturing people, right? Again, don't try and sell them in the first email. Don't send anything in the first email that's going to tell them that you're selling them, and then invite them. Make that invitation. Okay. So email 1, here's the thing I promised you, and a quick win. I thought you'd like this. Common mistake or story is a really good for email number 2, and then bridge to the next step. And what I love doing, and this works a lot, this has been working for over a decade, by the way. I've used this very successfully for over a decade, is I say, keep an eye on your inbox for the email titled, and then I put the title. Keep an eye on your inbox for the email titled blah, blah, blah. I'm going to send that to you in a couple days. There's something special in there for you. Okay. All right. I'm going to open it up for questions. Was this helpful? Was this good? Did I help you guys today? Did you get something out of this that you feel really good about? If anybody didn't, ask me questions. I don't want you to leave until you feel good about it. I'm glad, Laura Jean. All right. Good. I'm glad you liked the PDF. Good. Can I also ask a quick-ish favor? If possible, if it feels good, if you feel like you got something from it, and Dee, if you're cool with it, I just put a link for a Google review. If you feel aligned and feel like dropping me a review, it would mean the most to me, because this is how people find me as well in order to book me for these types of things and other speaking engagements and other opportunities. So if that feels good for you, I just put a link in there as well. And then I'll take any questions anybody has or comments or anything you want.
Well, before I'm going to say this very quick. So, Jenny, thank you so much. This was amazing. And I have lead magnets, but I will admit I was thinking pretty small. I was just thinking about growing my email list. And when you
Mm,
mentioned about, we could move people into like that next step and they could
hmm
purchase an audit for from that really blew my mind. And just notes that I put here for myself, like the FAQs on the lead magnets, like just
hmm
overcoming those objections. And I have a lot of notes. I'm not going to read them out, but that last one too about stay tuned for the next email titled such and such. Oh,
Yes. It works. That one technique has been working for me for like 12 years successfully, because it gets them from, it's the bridge. It gets them from this is just the free stuff to now I'm going to kind of dive in a bit deeper. And it works. I get open rate on that. I get click through rate on that. And it works. And it wasn't even mine. I I signed up years and years and years ago for a gardening webinar on how to grow my own sprouts in my own kitchen. And this person used that technique. And I was like, oh my God, I've got to use that. I got to try it because it worked on me and it works, period. Is there any questions or anything, Lisa?
So I have a PDF that, like I said, needs some major redos because I've done a branding change and new logo and all that stuff. But
Right.
the essence of it would be similar. I'm wondering about adding an intro video, like
Mm-hmm.
introducing myself. Do people do that on
Yes.
lead magnets? Okay.
Yeah, they
Okay.
do. Absolutely. And if so, I'll give you an example. Like specifically because I don't know your business that well, but I understand Jody's business a bit. Like
Sure.
For Jody's business on the actual lead magnet landing page, I would most likely put a little video that is kind of like like a snippet reel of what the video they would get when they download my thing would be. And you could do the same, right? So think about it almost like a little sizzle reel, and it's 32, 39 seconds long, and it just pulls like the cool stuff. And if you guys go to Descript and you get a free Descript account and you load your video when you make it in there, it will pull out excerpts for you. It's like what it does. And you can make a quick sizzle reel. Okay.
That's
No
so cool.
charge. And then you can use that, download it, use that on your landing page to be like, enter your name and email to get my XYZ plus this amazing training video that explains everything and shows you exactly how to implement what I'm teaching you.
Okay. That is so cool. Descript, you said?
Descript.
Okay.
Descript.
Okay, thanks. That's great.
Actually, yeah, I'll put the website because it's Descript. Um, I've got the pricing. For some reason, when I put it in, it just goes right to the price. Oh my God, that's the longest link ever. Okay, hold on. Here, go to this link. So it's Descript, Descript, and it uses AI to edit your video, and so it'll make show notes for you if you have a podcast. It'll pull out social media pieces if you have a longer piece of video. So, what you should do is you should do a longer bit of video, like your training video, and then you load your training video and say to Descript, pull out the relevant pieces that I could use as a teaser on a landing page to get people to enter their name and email, and then it will edit your video for you. No editor required. Yeah, it's kind of cool. My social media team, because I do social media for some people, my social media team uses it, and we take speaker video, and then we turn that into like 6 or 7 different speaker reels for social media for the client. And we use Descript. Oh, and the best part is if you said December and you meant to say January, you can tell it to change your voice to say from December to January, and it'll do it for you. That's on the paid version. On the free version, you get the basics. But if you do the paid version, which I have, it's totally worth it. It'll do that, and it'll take out ums and ahs and make you super. And if you look away from camera, you can tell it to make you look at the camera. It'll do it. It'll edit your video so you're looking at the camera the whole time. It's insane. Any questions, Susanna, Anya? Go ahead.
I had a question. I just last week I finished a wedding show. I've done them for quite some time now, but how I do it. So I get leads at the show, and I get the email list after. So they're actually people that I met, and I scan their badges, so they know that I also ask, do you mind if I scan your badge? I'll be sending some information. So I do send that information after the show with a little video about thanking them for visiting us, and the promotion, and then the call to action. Is this something is there something I'm missing there, or do you think that's like a good approach?
What's the product?
Wedding invitations.
Ooh, okay. Very cool.
So it's for brides. So, and then after that, I do send a massive email to everyone just because they visited the show. There's a lot of people that go on our funnel after because their weddings are not until like 2027, or they go depending on their wedding dates as well.
What's your company name?
Pearl Invitations.
Sorry again?
Pearl Invitations.
Pearl?
Yeah, Pearl.
With an E or not in the end?
No, just an L. Pearl. Pearl Invitations.
Pearl Invitations. Got you.
Yeah.
Oh, cool. Okay, I got you. By the way, I just got engaged, so I
Oh,
was like,
congratulations.
thanks.
That's amazing.
Your website's beautiful.
Thank you.
I love it. One of a kind stationery. What's your standout thing? What's the thing that makes you? Can we go a little bit past D or not really? A little bit?
Sorry. Yeah. Oh, yeah. So one of a kind, custom wedding invitations. So unique for all the clients. So it's, you're not just buying something online, because a lot of people came and they're like, can I just purchase? I'm like, no, I do fully custom wedding invitation.
Nice. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So your pop-up is your newsletter. Sign up to be the first to know about tips, Pearl Invitations, blog, new stationery designs, and special offers. Good. By the way, I'm going to do a couple things here. Good.
Yeah.
But also, when you enter your name and email, I'll send you our checklist to make sure that you hit so that you get all your stuff done under the timeline. Like me, I'm going to be sending out my RSVPs or my invitations or whatever. I want to make sure that I'm doing it in the right timeline. Because you get a lot of questions if you look at Reddit. When should I send my save the date? When should I send my invitations? What's the thing? You be the expert in the space and tell them. Okay. That's one thing. If you see somebody at a show and you get to scan their badge and be able to send them information, then what are you sending them?
So it's
pricing?
A newsletter. So no, I don't send pricing. It's just the first thing after the show is thank you for coming and visiting our booth. And yes, because I know they entered the booth. That's how I got their information. And I spoke to them. So, and then the video reminds them again, who I am, so they have a face to it. Yep. And then I also let them know at the show about the promotion, because they go, what's the promotion at the show? So a reminder, this is our promotion for visiting the show, and the call to action here is how you can connect with me through a call.
So 20% off because you were at the show.
Yes. Yeah.
Enter the code XYZ. Okay. Yeah. What's your email marketing service that you're using?
Go High Level right now.
Yes. Okay. Now we can talk.
Yes. Yes.
So what I want you to do is in that email, I want you to embed a video. So invest in having a sizzle reel done. Okay. Where it shows the different types of invitations. And if you can get any testimonials like a video testimonial from anybody. Like I got my, hey, you know, I'm Jenny. I got my invitations from Pearl Invitations. She made it easy, simple. I didn't have to think of all the, this and that, and I didn't have to worry about anything. It just made it simple, blah, blah, blah. Right. So you could do something like that. Or if your audience is a little bit different, you could just get on and have a video. Hey, it's Susanna. I'm so glad I got to see you at the show. Like, you don't have to say the show's name, but at the
Hmm.
show. Thank you so much for coming by our booth. It means so much to us to engage and connect with, brides and everything when we go to these types of shows. I want to make sure you don't miss a thing. Make sure you go to pearlinvitations.com. We have a special page that we've made just for you, and you could have like pearlinvitations.com/show special. Okay, as an example, it's a hidden page
Yeah.
and you send it to them and it just looks wowie, right? Like if you're a
Hmm.
bride, and you can change it up all the time. If you're a bride planning for 2026 or 2027, here's what you need to know. Make it
I
really,
love that.
really like make it bespoke, make it feel like it's for them.
Yeah.
Okay? And that was
Yeah.
going to help a lot. And
Thank
then
you.
good follow-up emails.
Yes. Thank you so much. That was
I
very
hope so.
helpful. Thank you.
I hope so.
And congratulations again.
Oh, thanks. I'm excited. I'm old, but I'm excited.
Well, Jenny, thank you so much. And everyone, great questions in the chat. I know, and I saw that somebody wrote in the chat that they're going to be like rewatching, and I do have somebody to assist me to get the videos up faster, by the way. I too will be watching this as well. The majority of us are in Ontario, so I just want to say, I can't wait to get started on getting this done and doing a pop-up on my website. So I hope there's no more snow days because
Right?
I am like really looking forward to like using this time to just get this started. So everybody, thank you so much for being here. I am going to upload this. When this gets uploaded in our LinkedIn group, if you have any questions, let me know. I will actually share Jenny's LinkedIn information, and by all means, follow her. I can't wait for your podcast to start all over again as well, Jenny. And yeah, so thanks everybody. Be safe, be warm, and enjoy the rest of your Momentum Tuesday. Thanks, everyone.
Thank you so much. It was really great to meet you all. Thanks, Dee.
Thank you, Jenny.